there is a portion of that where you have to go, well, listen, Caleb, I love the fact that you are passionate about this. I love the fact that you're taking the blame. Braxton Jones preceded you. I watched him do this for Justin Fields. Coleman Shelton is basically Lucas Patrick 2.0. When you look on, Nate Davis is exactly who we hoped he wouldn't be, that they said he was back in Tennessee. Tevin Jenkins, often injured, one of the best offensive linemen on his team, but he's got to be out there. He's DNP. I can see that this is something that preceded you. While I love the fact that you're standing up for your team, I can also tell you that this is not just you.
Yeah, and he knows that. Like, every quarterback, every offensive lineman knows that every sack is not the same. And he said that. Like, not all sacks are created equal. We get that. But it was an interesting answer to a question that was simply, now that you've watched the Seattle tape back, 6 days from the game, which of the 7 sacks that you saw were on you? And he just launched into this 2.5-minute diatribe, more or less, of the narrative around my offensive line is annoying and frustrating. Words that he used, that the idea out there that the offensive line is bad is something that he takes issue with. Now, he also didn't say that everything is completely false. Like, you know, there have been sacks that have been given up by the offensive line, but I really do think if you're looking at that Seattle game, it was Richard Sherman on the broadcast talking about they didn't have 2 things: an answer for cover 0 at the end of the game and a way for Caleb to get the ball out of his hands quickly, and he really struggled. And there were probably 2 or 3 sacks that were a direct result of him holding on to the ball too long. Yeah. He knows that. I think it is good, obviously, when you can come to the defense of your offensive line. It's interesting he's doing it now, and I'm not saying anything like calculated about the timeline, but we've talked about getting sacked a lot before, and he's kind of deflected the notion of this isn't going to break me physically or mentally. But like, you could have said the stuff about the offensive line then.